I am recording lesson 3 for Brigham Young University Public Speaking, and I am doing one of my speeches on one of my outlines, which is same-sex couples raising children in today's society. So the debate upon raising children of same-sex couples continues to outrage some people, while others just really don't care. In today's society, the idea of the same-sex couple raising a child is frowned upon because many parents believe that the child will only struggle and experience a difficult childhood, ultimately affecting the child later on. Same-sex couples is just two people of the same sex sharing a life together who by choice choose to adopt or have children on their own. Many people in today's society think that children should have a mother and a father. What about the single mothers out there? What about the single fathers out there? I don't hear any vocalization about single parents raising children. The hot topic people have very strong opinions on are same-sex couples raising children. There are many topics about raising children that many people believe can have an immediate and long-term consequence on that child. But today, that is not the point I'm going to tell you. What I want and can tell you is that there are no consequences. My point is to prove to you that parents are not just labeled by what sex they are, but how they parent. I will explain what makes suitable parents and what they should and should not be. And they shouldn't be labeled by sex, and it should be by what makes them good parents. Suitable parents are not just labeled as men or women. They are heterosexual, homosexual, and can effectively raise children just as well as heterosexual parents without being stigmatized. Same-sex couples can effectively raise children and become productive members of society as long as they are loving, caring, and encourage the growth of their children. Without this, a child is compromised and limited to what they become, whether or not their parents are male or female, or both males or both females. The relationship between children and their parents can affect the child and their behavior, their beliefs, and how they treat others. My relationship with my parents has made me a better person. I am open to other people's beliefs. I am able to communicate openly and effectively with my parents and honestly about many topics and feelings I have. Although I have a mother and a father, I believe today is based on how parents treat their children, their beliefs, their values, and how they instill them on their children, and how my parents instilled them on me. If I were raised by two mothers or two fathers with the same upbringing, I would be the same person. Yes, I think I would be the same person with different experiences. I would face many different experiences, but I believe although if I had continued to have those positive experiences, I would still be impacted in a positive way. The study I was reading on Boston University online website, www.bu.edu, the online website called upon Boston Today, mentioned a study that the National Longitudinal Lesbian Family Study began in 1986. It followed 154 lesbian mothers, 78 adolescent children, comparing mothers and children. In the U.S. and Europe, the study indicated that the outcome was no different for children who had homosexual or heterosexual couples. It made no difference who raised the child. It was how they were cared for. Growing up, I had a friend who had two women in the household. My friend had a mother and another mother. I was confused at the time, but I grew up and I came to understand that these two women cared for her. My friend Robin grew up with rules, family dinners, discussions at the table, with attending school with other children, and without their parents. Her parents, both mothers, helped her with her homework, helped her choose a high school and even a college. My friend graduated with a master's degree, continued on to become a productive member of society. All this was because two people loved and cared for her. These two people gave her the tools to succeed, not because they were two women, but they were two people who cared and encouraged and nourished her growth. There is no proof that homosexual couples can't raise great kids. It is completely false that one can only believe that in order to raise children effectively, it must be done by a male and a female. The proof lies in how well parenting is done, not by whom.